Well, good afternoon, beautiful people. It's a little different. Normally I'm out at the farm in the morning time. Um, I'm gonna try something different today. And I think I'm gonna see how it works because last time was a bit of a disaster. I can't do it. I gotta go home. It's only 10:30. It's 106 degrees. It just got crazy. So we're gonna not do that again and see if this works out a little better. So instead of trying to get here when things are cool and then just constantly fighting rising temperatures, I'm gonna try to be here as the temperature starts to drop and the sun starts to set. It's probably not gonna make a difference. It's hot either way. It's already like 96 degrees right now, but we gotta keep moving forward or this building's never gonna get done. Let's get started. As you just saw, I put up this side of the opening. The plan is for me to have a 10 by 10 opening. So I have another small wall over there that mirrors this one. I haven't done the measurements yet, but I'm hoping everything measures out. I'll do that before I continue on with the next wall. Now, at this point, I wish I could just say it's going to be rinse and repeat. Let's snap our fingers and be done. But this is the wall. This is the glazing wall. So these other walls are, you notice, no windows, no openings, nothing. That's going to be all insulated space. This is the wall that's going to get all the sunlight. South facing. The plan is for this to, yes, be a storage, temporary storage, but also we're going to double down on a greenhouse. Potentially a 4-season greenhouse, thus 2x6 insulation, so on. I got my plans. I'm gonna have to think really hard about this, make sure I don't screw up, and we're gonna keep working at it. I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'll let you know how it goes. A little windy. Hopefully you can hear me. I do not mind that the wind is blowing. It's a nice reprieve. Feels good. Building these walls piecemeal is kind of a pain. And this would be a much easier task if we were, well, first of all, if it was like a 4 or 5 man crew, that would be easier. Also, if we were building this more like a house where it had a floor deck and you were building the walls on the floor, some of this stuff would be made a lot easier. Because you could do the full run and have multiple people kind of barn raise the wall. So doing this stuff on your own is definitely not easy. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. That's just the situation I'm in right now. So let me show you what I have, kind of what's left to do with this wall. And hopefully it's not too heavy for me. This one's concerning. This is kind of why I left the glazing walls for last. So as you can tell, I've been building these here on the floor. Everything is cut. I still need to cut the header that's going to go across here. That should complete this wall. And the reason why it doesn't quite work like the wall over there is because of the header. Because obviously a header needs something to rest on. So it's resting on this side. It'll have these intermediate boards, which honestly, you know what, in hindsight, I probably didn't need to put those in yet. But I put them in because it's going to give me something to hold on to, because that's roughly around the center-ish of this wall. Without it, I'd have nothing to push against as I'm trying to stand the wall up. Then the header's going to rest on this side over here, and obviously this board, this taller board, is going to allow me to nail into the sides of the header. When I do this wall, it's going to be interesting because there's another header, but half of that is here. So I don't fully understand exactly yet how I'm going to put this together. It definitely would have been easier to frame if I could have framed the whole thing all at once. Impossible to lift. This is what I'm left with. Hopefully even this isn't too bad. I have a feeling it's going to be rough to get this thing up, but we'll make it happen some way, somehow. I'm just going to keep going, and then I'll go ahead and give you guys some progress and kind of tell you about what I did along the way. A lot's been going on since I turned the camera off. I just got in the zone and I stopped recording. I'll show you what I've done. I haven't put the wall up yet. I just wanted to stop and say, coming in the afternoon has been not too bad, because we still have trees. Remember, at least it's hard to tell from the camera, but right over here is the rain catchment system. This is the back wall that we started with. You can see where the truck is. That's where the 10-foot opening is going to be. And so I'm doing the glazing on this side. But right behind here, right behind you, is trees where the rain catchment system is in. So as the sun is setting right now, I'm actually in the shade, and every now and then the wind is blowing. It's kind of nice. I may switch my hours and try to come out here in the afternoon instead of in the mornings, because in the mornings it is all sun pretty much until right about now, which I don't even know what time it is. I'm guessing probably 6:30, something like that, and it's just setting behind the trees. So I probably got another hour of sunlight before things start getting kind of dark. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get this wall up, and we'll see where it goes. I have as much stuff set up as possible. I have my hammer over here so that I can reach through the wall if I need it. I've got my blocks set up, my 4x4s on the other side so that I can prop the wall up to the height of the masonry. I got my nail gun ready. Compressors all set up. I put the ladder here just in case the wall tips over. This will at least help me. It's not going to stop it, but it might give me a half second of reaction time so that I might be able to catch the wall before it's too late and it comes too far over. So wish me luck. Well, the wall is up. Sorry if the lighting is a little inconsistent. I'm not used to shooting this time of day, but there she is. It's big, man. It's big. You might notice, actually I'll show you a close-up here in a second, but that center stud that kind of spans the header, it's technically not needed. That's a double 2x8. It's got a 2x4 as a filler with some insulation foam board as fillers, and it's spanning an 8-foot span, and the load that this is going to carry is very small. Remember, this is going to be polycarbonate panels that are resting on this. It'll be 2x6 probably rafters with polycarbonate, so the load that that's taking is going to be very small. Now this may look huge. I'm not going to have 9-foot glazing. That'd be pretty cool, but I'm not entirely sure how I would figure that one out. Also, I want a little more shear strength. If I make this entire thing glazing, there's really nothing helping the shear strength of this front wall. So here's what I plan on doing. So here you get a little better look at the bottom of that wall, and you notice it's hollow in the middle. The reason for that is this is technically not structural, but it will help. I'm most likely going to put just a little 2x4 filler here. The only reason why I'm doing this is purely aesthetic. I'm going to have 4-foot panels filling in the space, and I kind of want something that looks beefy in between these glazing panels. I'm really only doing this technically for aesthetics, but a little bit of structure as well. It's absolutely going to help those headers stay up. Although the polycarbonate roofing will likely collapse under any sort of snow load long before these headers give out. In terms of shear strength though, my plan is to put about 2 feet of solid wall. So I'm going to have basically, do they call it cribbing? Man, I'm blanking right now. That I think I'm getting overheated again, but basically I want to say a crutch, but it's not a crutch. A crib stud here, and then it's going to have a bottom plate here, and this will be solid wall, and then it'll be about 8, maybe 6 to 8 feet of glazing all the way up. Guys, this wall was heavy, but I got it up. I'm so happy. I think this is a big step. We're almost done. We've got one more section of glazing wall to do right over there that's about this same length. It's going to be 2 more openings. And we're going to have all 4 walls stood up, and it's going to be time to start putting some sheathing on here. It's about time. It's about time. I think that's it for today. The sun's going down. I'm not going to have much time for the camera anyways, and I think I want to end on a high note. Today was a good day. Better than the last time. But as always, you guys be good. If you like this kind of content, please hit the like button. If you dislike it, I guess you can hit the thumbs down, but if you really, really dislike it, hit the thumbs down twice. If you really like this stuff, subscribe. It'll go a long way for me, and it costs you nothing, and you'll get notifications when all of this stuff happens. Be good, guys. I'll see you on the next one.